Kargan as an apology for wrecking his wife's hyperdrive. Kargan, I hope she takes you back. You're up late with Greeflax.
It's late at night. It's Greeflax.
We're doing dedications all night long, so please call in and let's see if Greeflax can help you out. Hello, caller. You're on the air with Greeflax. What's your name?
Oh, man. My name is Whinga.
Whinga, why don't you tell us what's going on?
You know how you sometimes your best friend marries somebody and then you make out with them at the wedding?
Now, just to be clear, you make out with the best friend or the person your best friend was marrying?
Yeah. Both.
Which? Both. Well, that surely is a quandary,
So
Whinga.
I'm trying to think, what kind of song can apologize to two people at the same time?
Now, Whinga, this is not the first time I've heard this particular tale of woe, so
Really?
I think I might just have the perfect song for you.
The ceremony's still going on.
Going out to the bride and groom, who I hope are tuned into this show at their reception. It's 3 times 3 equals you and me.
And we're clear. Good stuff, Greeflax.
Thank you, Deev. You know, guy makes out with a bride and groom and assumes that's the first time I've ever had that caller. I mean, how long have we been doing this, Deev?
Oh man, decades, my friend.
Yeah, so...
This is our first asteroid shower, you know.
Yeah, you're not kidding, Deev.
I sit here in the booth, I tear my nuts out when I hear people call in talking about their infidelities, their mistakes, their love triangles, their regrets, and their
Deev, it really seems to
betrayals,
get to you.
and their anger,
Yeah.
and their long distance relationships, their daddy issues, and their forgotten anniversaries, and their romantic feelings towards inanimate. We got another caller coming in here, hot. Greeflax.
Okay,
about
just
5 seconds.
count me in, Deev.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome back to the Greeflax Hour. That was 3 times 3 equals you and me. Whinga, I hope that smooth things over. Caller, you're on the line with Greeflax.
It's Greeflax.
What's going on? Okay, having a little translation issue. Just gonna see if Deev could dial that in.
I'm not familiar with this language, Greeflax. I've never heard this before in my life.
That's all right, Deev. No need to panic. Let's just give it a few seconds, see if we can.
Hello?
All right.
Hello?
Yes,
Who's on
yes,
there?
we can. Hello, you're talking to Greeflax.
This is Seesu, Gundu, and
This is Rolphus Tiddle.
this is
Okay.
a distress call.
A distress call from the Bargerian Jade, code 5945.
Hello?
All right, listeners, we've got Seesu and Rolphus on the line who say they're having some distress. Well, Seesu and Rolphus, you're on the line with Greeflax.
Well, the biggest distress at the moment is we're not exactly sure where we are. Last we were in the all-wheat.
We were thrown from the all-wheat.
You know, it's natural to be distressed when you and your partner aren't sure where you are in your relationship.
It might have been a dimensional rip or hole. We're not exactly sure what happened.
Right.
Sure. Greeflax has heard it all. Now, Rolphus, let me ask you, where do you think you are?
Well, I mean, that's why I'm on the Bargerian Jade. I'm doing a distress call shift with Seesu here. Everyone else is asleep. If I knew where I was, we wouldn't be doing any of that.
And what does Seesu mean to you?
What?
What?
I said, what does Seesu mean to you, Rolphus?
What?
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 The connection, I just gotta break in here, Greeflax. The connection is perfect. They're hearing you. I'm positive they're
Okay,
hearing
all
you.
right. Well, sometimes they might need a moment to collect their feelings. I'll go back to you, Seesu. What does Rolphus mean to you?
I mean, well, at this point in time, Rolphus is helping me make a distress call.
We used to be married.
Okay.
We used to be married. We were co-workers, and it became something deeper, and we had a lasting relationship I thought would be forever, but apparently not.
We've been through a lot. I mean, this one time we were at a wedding, and I ended up making out with her
Rolphus, I
and
didn't-
her best friend.
Yeah.
And it was that was really hard to get through.
Well, no doubt.
Yeah.
But why Martha, Rolphus?
I don't know. She laughed at my jokes. You never did. And I'm funny. I'm a funny guy.
Okay. Why don't I step in here for a second? Now, I can hear that the two of you are very passionate about the other person. Is that fair to say?
That's right. I could feel the old heat back when we were in this. Again, it's a strange dimensional warp. We're not exactly sure where we were spit out of. It exploded, so, we're just glad that we're not dead, because that was kind of a prevailing theory for a while.
Sure.
Look, I will admit our sexual tension is
palpable.
Hot. Palpable.
Okay, all
and
right.
I've not been able to find someone whose heat can
Rival? Sorry, go ahead.
Could rival that of Rolphus, but it does not mean that we're a good match.
I'm one of a kind, baby. And again, just any supplies. Again, if we could pinpoint our coordinates, triangulate them somehow.
Well, Rolphus, let me tell you what I hear as Greeflax, a romantic advice host for, well, who knows how many years.
What?
You two say you have some problems, but let's be honest. You're together right now, and you called in together.
Right, we're switching off on the distress call.
Right, did we choose to be paired with each other? Yes, it's because Why did we choose to be paired with each other, Rolphus?
Interesting question, Rolphus. What's your answer?
It's our shift. We tagged out C-53 and Dar, and I wasn't going to be with AJ, and
I wasn't going to be with Nermit. There's a weird energy between us right now.
He's too needy.
So just to set the scene, it's the two of you in the dark of a starship, all alone, together.
Yeah.
I think I might...
Space. Can we also say that we're adrift in space and we don't know where we are? And
I think that was implied by Starship.
Was it?
So my advice is to grab a bottle of Danubian wine, just let the soft glow of the console illuminate the room, and drift off with The Sky's the Limit.
Will that help you find us?
What is that? Is that code? What is The Sky's the Limit?
By the Cosmosians.
No.
No.
And we're clear. Wow!
Man.
Real goofballs.
Yeah, a couple of crazy kids.
Can't they tell they're in love? Can't they just admit it to each other and to themselves, to the world? The galaxy?
I think it's pretty clear those two kids are, well, they've got bad. Hey, so Deev, tell me, how'd it work out with that young thing you were talking about last week?
Oh, did you make? Yeah. She said we needed to take a break. She said I spent too much time in the booth. This booth.
Oh, Deev.
The booth I'm in now.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You want me to dedicate one to her when we get back, or?
Wish I could call you and tell you all about it, and then you could play it, and then she would hear it.
Well, Deev, I don't want to tell you what to do, but if you need to call into the show, call into the show.
Greeflax, I talk a lot about how I resent all of these callers, and turns out, I made some mistakes, and we gotta call her back in 5, 4,
All right, got me. Yep.
3, 2.
That was The Sky's the Limit by the Cosmosians. We've got a new caller on the line. Caller, you're on with Greeflax on the Greeflax Hour. What's going on?
Why did you hang up on us?
We are lost in space.
Tell us where to go.
Help us, please. This is a distress call.
Okay, so it sounds like The Sky's the Limit wasn't the right one. Once again, you're listening to the Greeflax Hour.
It's Greeflax.
We're talking love. Unfortunately, love don't pay the bills, but you know who does?
What?
One of our fine sponsors.
No.
Now more than ever, storytellers and content creators are challenged with producing more content at a higher quality than ever before. Keep up with the growing demands for modern video content without sacrificing your vision with stock media from Storyblocks. Like the music in this very commercial, for example. Explore their library and subscribe today at storyblocks.com/Zyxx.
Clean day, clean day, clean day! Are you ready to get annihilated? This weekend at the Meteor Go, 50 of the baddest monster speeders in the galaxy go head-to-head. Featuring the toughest, loudest, most radioactive speeders in the cosmos. Juggernaut, the Monk Machine, Squeebalator, and the reigning champion, the Thunderhedron. Wasn't that convincing? There's no Monster Speeder Rally. This is still part of the commercial for Storylocks, dedicated to being the galaxy's best royalty-free stock media subscription service. This music is from Storyblocks. This explosion is from Storyblocks. The thunder of Thunderhedron is from Storyblocks. Storyblocks.com/Zyxx.
Have you been injured in an accident, harassed at a restaurant, annoyed in your own home, lost on a lonely highway, confused by popular culture, fooled by a fake law firm commercial? You may be entitled to unlimited downloads of everything in Storyblocks' library with the Storyblocks Unlimited All Access plan. Storyblocks has an ever-growing library with over 1 million high-quality stock assets, including 4K/HD footage, After Effects and Premiere Pro templates, music, images, sound effects, and more. Make your own fake law firm commercials, speeder rally announcements, whatever your heart desires, with the amazing library at Storyblocks. Storyblocks.com/Zyxx.
And you're back with the Greeflax Hour.
It's late out now. It's Greeflax.
Please help us. We are adrift in space. We don't know where we are.
So you're feeling lost, is that it?
Yes, we're
lost.
Yes.
You're saying you've got no one to turn to, is that right?
Well, no, there's 10 other people here with us. Seesu's always somebody I can depend on. I've always...
Sure, if you were there. If you didn't disappear for a whole year.
Well, I'm here now.
Okay.
And I went into a flaming black hole for you.
Oh, here we go.
No, I didn't. I didn't have to.
All right. It's getting a little heated in here, but Rolphus, can I ask you a question?
Sure. Again, I can beam you a signal and maybe you can...
It's related.
Okay, great, good.
Rolphus, where'd you go? Seesu says you weren't there for her, and I just want to know. Where'd you go? What was more important?
Where did you go?
I guess I was captured by a group of Clint's after the Battle of the Planet Crushers, and I infiltrated them, snapped a few necks, managed to infiltrate their society until I found the perfect opportunity to perform a rescue. You know, but now as I say it, I think you meant emotionally, so I will say work. And that is what I thought was best at the time.
And Seesu, let me ask you, was that the best thing?
No, it wasn't.
I've never seen you cry before.
Well, that's because I never had pores before, but the past couple months have been a little stressful. And yes, I have developed one pore that now sometimes cries tears.
Well, the fact that you think a tear duct is a pore might give us some insight into your inability to connect.
I'll give you that.
You look incredibly smooth. To me.
Really, why wasn't I smooth at that wedding?
Again, she laughed at my jokes. I don't know what else you want me to say about the...
Tell me a joke.
Okay.
Tell me a joke right now and I will laugh at it.
Hey, Greeflax.
Yes, Rolphus?
Why did the Flizzbot stop at the meteor?
I don't know, Rolphus. Why did the Flizzbot stop at the meteor?
Well, it was because it's in its programming. It was, programmed to do that.
You know, Rolphus...
you know what a Flizzbot is. It's kind of funny when you know what a Flizzbot is.
I can't say I've heard of a Flizzbot, but I think I know what you're going for, and it's not working.
No, but I'm not telling it right. Hold on. Let me try again.
Rolphus, why don't you let Greeflax talk for just a second?
Okay, all right.
I understand it's important to you to feel validated.
Yeah, I'm still funny.
But look around you right now. Is Martha from the wedding still here? No.
No, she's dead.
She's dead.
Yeah.
And who is right next to you?
My wife.
Your wife?
Seesu Gundu.
Seesu Gundu.
Well, ex-wife. Ex-wife, maybe wife. Seesu Gundu.
And Seesu, who's standing next to you?
A Bargie's refrigerator?
No.
I wanted to be thought of that way.
You always do great work, Zalcatron 5000.
Thank you.
Okay, that wasn't who I was asking about.
Other side.
Oh. My, former partner in business and in pleasure. Rolphus.
That's right. Two of you have found your way back to each other. Because we are headed back in time to this classic love song called Turn Back the Clock.
Yeah, we're clear. Oh man, talk about the airwave hogs, right? Oh boy.
Deev, not to get on your case about this, but I think you should be screening these calls.
Listen, I apologize. I got another one coming in right now. I promise it is not those two.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'd love to hear it. Thanks, Deev. Count me in.
We're back in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Sometimes the shorter songs are the best songs. And that was the case with Turn Back the Clock. But we've got a new caller on the line. Caller, you're on with Greeflax.
It's Greeflax.
What's going on?
Can you play You Broke My Heart and You Broke My Other Heart?
Absolutely, we can, caller. But who's it for? And who are you?
Oh, I don't want to give my name. And I do not want to give her name.
Well, all
And
right.
I done mucked up, I tell you. I done mucked up real bad this time.
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Are we back?
Can you hear us? We changed frequencies. I think we're back on. Again, we are in an undisclosed part of space.
Yes.
I've sent out distress
Who's
codes
like
several
that? I do
times.
not know how this happened. I do not know. I was on the line with that weird guy, and now
Yeah.
it's these two again.
Deev, it's all right. It's all right. I can tell that Rolphus and Seesu, well, we haven't done this in a while, but we're going to have to go deep with Greeflax. And that means it's time for Greeflax's Deep Questions. Now, Rolphus and Seesu, I'm going to ask you 5 questions about your relationship. And if you're willing to go deep, I think that's where you'll find the love. Are you willing to go deep?
Coordinates for our
Yeah, in
location.
any sort of trying,
It's more of a metaphorical location. Are you willing to go deep with me, Rolphus?
I mean,
Seesu?
at this point, any sort of location would be welcome.
Fantastic. First question goes to Rolphus. Rolphus, if Seesu were to disappear, what would you do?
Well, I think I'd probably assemble a Cracker Jack team to scour. We go quadrant by quadrant, check every perimeter, searching for her.
So it's, Rolphus, safe to say that you can't give Seesu up.
Oh, that's the question. Yes, right, yes.
Excellent. And Seesu, the second question goes to you. What is Rolphus's worst quality? And then his best.
Wow. Well, I've written this already. I have a letter I've always wanted to send him, but I never did. I just might as well read from it.
What?
Rolphus, your worst quality is your narcissism, your belief that you're the only one that matters when things get not so tight. You're avoidant when the going gets rough. You think of things in the worst way, and you like to pretend it happened when it already didn't without giving it a chance.
Brutal letter.
Yeah, we're on 5 bad things. We haven't supposed to just. Sorry to interrupt, but that's 5.
No, that's okay. Deev,
Worst quality.
And you're not funny, honestly. Like, you know jokes. I understand you're telling them, but they don't come
Seesu,
off
I
as
think
funny.
we've got the worst characteristics covered. So why don't you tell me his best characteristic?
Okay, let me just find that one. Just like there's a lot of, okay. Rolphus, I love you.
Wow.
Oh wait, that's not a positive thing about him, right?
Yeah.
That's not.
It's not really a quality. If it's in the pro and con list, that could honestly be a pro or a con, depending on how.
Okay, Deev, all right.
Okay, here is a pro. You know where we are at all times.
Okay. Sometimes when we go deep,
Need to update
it's
that one.
tough, right? It can get a little heavy. So sometimes it's nice for a commercial break, isn't it? Let's go to one now, and I'll see you on the other side.
The Greeflax Hour is brought to you by Libby.
Wow, Luzanne. Can you get off your phone? we met up at this coffee shop to recommend products to each other. You, an enthusiast, and me, a jaded skeptic.
Actually, Proy, I'm reading a book on Libby, the completely free reading app that lets you borrow ebooks and audiobooks from your library on your phone, tablet, Kindle, or computer. You should try it.
I don't have a library card.
Oh, no problem. You can still read samples of any book you see. And then, get a library card.
Nah. In addition to being argumentative and condescending, I'm also irresponsible, which means I have paid a lot of late fees at the library.
Don't worry. When you borrow books from Libby, they return themselves automatically when your loan expires. So find a book you'll love among the thousands of ebooks and audiobooks hand-selected by your library. You can explore the collection through catalog guides, subjects, featured titles, and curated lists. So start reading with Libby now. Go to meet.libbyapp.com to sign up.
You know what? I will. I'll do that at meet.libbyapp.com. And you know what else? I'm gonna start being a nice person. I'm only sassy because I'm insecure inside my heart. And actually, Luzanne, I respect you because you came through and you recommended a product.
That's meet.libbyapp.com.
I know.
The Greeflax Hour is not responsible for helping you remain humble after learning a crazy amount of stuff through books borrowed on Libby. Nor will the producers of the Greeflax Hour help you decide what to purchase with all the money you save by no longer buying expensive ebooks or audiobooks.
And you're back. Now, normally on the Greeflax Hour, we talk to dozens of callers from all over the galaxy. But tonight, we found an extra thorny one. So we're digging in here with Rolphus and Seesu.
It's late out now. It's Greeflax.
Now, Rolphus, I want you to make one statement about your relationship with Seesu. A we statement that you are going to make come true in the future.
Okay. We will never again get shot out of the butthole of an imploding evil black hole via the power of this incredibly swole being. I promise you that.
Seesu, he said that, and he meant it. Okay, the next question is for you. Imagine the star you're closest to has gone supernova. You have 10 seconds to tell Rolphus how you feel before you're both atomized forever. Your 10 seconds start now.
I actually did a rep talk about this subject. I didn't use the name Rolphus, but it was for you. I don't know if you watched it.
That's 10 seconds.
That's all the time we have. I'm so sorry.
What? No.
Yeah. And I want you to remember that. Now, the final question goes to both of you.
Oh.
Okay.
And the question is, do you want to be together?
It's just, what? I mean, that is a question.
What a question.
Will
That's definitely
you-
a question that you have asked
Will
us.
you choose each other tonight?
Yes. Yes, I will.
Rolphus, you go first.
I just said yes. You weren't listening. You didn't. That's the thing. You don't listen. She never listens.
Rolphus, I hear you, but Seesu, what's your choice? Do you want to be with Rolphus? Will you choose him right now?
Rolphus, it's difficult for me to just say yes.
What holds you back, Seesu?
I don't need a Rolphus to be a Seesu. But at the same time, I need a Rolphus.
It sounds to me like you don't need a Rolphus to be a Seesu, but you do need a Rolphus to be you.
Wow. It's like you took the words out of my mouth.
Do you just kind of say whatever? What's your deal?
Yeah, you know what?
What's Greeflax's deal?
Can we ask you a question?
Go right ahead.
I know we've been focusing on many things here, but your energy with your producer is off the charts.
There's some heat there.
Oh. Deev, are you getting that vibe?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Deev, is there something you're not telling me?
You? No, I don't know.
Hey, Deev, I want you to look into my eyes. Tell me something you do know.
Greeflax, I may just be a sentient oscillator whose only purpose is to interact with audio equipment. But I do know that working on the Greeflax Hour with Greeflax has been the honor of my life. And maybe it took these two weirdos to show me that.
Again, we are lost. We would really appreciate any sort of help. Again, supplies are dwindling.
Rolphus, Seesu, I'm going to ask you to just hold tight for 1 second. I've got to say something to my producer, Deev. Deev, well, maybe it's crazy, but I think we ought to give it a shot.
Really?
I've been watching you for, well, I guess I don't even remember how long. And if you weren't there, I guess I don't know what I'd do. So I'm dedicating this next one to you, Deev.
Me?
And this song is a reference tone used to determine your position in the galaxy.
Yes, that would be amazing.
Wow, yes,
Please,
this is exactly what we wanted.
Thank you.
Oh, wow, thank you so much. Yes.
But first, I'm going to hang up on these callers so I can dedicate this to Deev and Deev alone.
No, please, no.
Oh, I can't believe you hung up again. We're never gonna find our way home.
But at least we'll be together.
Rolphus.
Seesu.
Rolphus.
Seesu.
Rolphus.
Wait, you guys, you're holding hands.
Yes.
Wow.
We're back together.
We're back together. Also, we accidentally superglued our hands together.
Yeah.
Why would you even have that out?
Yeah, why would we have that out, Rolphus?
This is not on me.
Rolphus, your other hand is against the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's stuck there too.
Huh.
Now, if you excuse me, I'd like to make out with my ex-wife.
Ooh.
Stuck against this wall.
Well, I have to do the next shift here with Plex, so I guess we're not...
Hey, guys. Why are you stuck to the wall?
There are too many people on this ship.
Tell me about it.
I'm going first. It's me, Jackie Cation.
Man, she's always this bossy. Hi, I'm Lori Kilmartin. We're a bunch of stand-up comics, and we've been doing comedy like 60 years total with both of us, but we look amazing. And
Working out. We drop every Monday on Max Fun, and it's called The Jackie Laurie Show, and you could listen to it and learn about comedy and learn about anger management and all the things.
And Jackie is married but childless, and I'm unmarried but childful. So together we make one complete woman.
Is that just what that one's gonna end?
Yeah. And we try to make Kyle laugh just like that and say, oh my God, every episode.
It's a good job.
The Jackie and Laurie Show, Mondays, only on Maximum Fun.
Hi, I'm James, host of Minority Corner, which is a
podcast that's all about intersectionality. It's hosted by James with a guest host every week.
Discussing all sorts of wonderful issues, nerdy and political.
Pop culture, black, queer, feminism,
race, sexuality,
news. You're going to learn your history, their self-empowerment, and it's told by what feels like your best friend.
Why should someone listen to Minority Corner?
Why not?
Oh my God, free stuff.
There's not free stuff.
The listeners of Minority Corner will enjoy some necessary LOLs, but
but mainly a look at what's happening in our world through a colorful lens.
People will get the perspective of marginalized communities.
I feel heard, I feel seen. Like you said, you need to understand how to be more proactive in your community, and this is a great way to get started.
Join us every Friday on Max Fun or wherever you get your podcast.
Minority Corner,
because together we're the majority.
MaximumFun.org.
Comedy and culture.
Artist owned. Audience supported.
Well, it's about time we heard from another caller. Deev, who have we got on the line?
We got Shawn on line 1.
Fantastic. Shawn, you're on with Greeflax on the Greeflax Hour. What's going on?
Hey, Greeflax, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank you very much.
And Deez, I just got to say I'm such a huge fan, and I'm actually an aspiring...
It's Deev, but okay.
And Deev, I got to say I'm such a huge fan, and I'm an aspiring audio wizard myself. But I was actually looking to tell some people that they really hurt my feelings, and if there's like a song you can play.
What?
I have these co-workers who I really love, and we actually run our own internet radio show, sort of. Again, big fan, aspiring to be just like you guys. Yeah, you guys are like, it's like crazy I get to talk to you right now. But anyway, we were doing an ad, and I asked about whether or not we got any samples of the stuff we do ads for, because there's like this one of those food delivery companies, and
sure,
sometimes they give us stuff. And
well, to all you listeners out there in listener land, well, sometimes the products we advertise on the show, we do get a complimentary copy. That's true.
I wanted to try these Memphis style meatballs that the company does, and they said that they took the product for themselves, which is fine, but then they wouldn't even give me the offer code, and then they made a whole joke about it, and none of my friends will tell me what the discount code is. So yeah, if there's just a song you could play to let them know that they really hurt my feelings, but it's okay, and
Well, I think I've got a song in mind, Shawn, but first let me ask you, it hurts, doesn't it, when someone you thought was a friend maybe doesn't treat you like a friend should?
It does. I try to put on a strong face and let these things roll off my back, but I also, I've been trying to stand up for myself a little more, and
that's good, Shawn.
Yeah.
And before I play my song, what would you say to those friends of yours if they were here right now?
Well, I would say, Adam, Steph, I know it was just in good fun, but you really did hurt my feelings when you made a joke about me not getting Memphis-style meatballs.
Well, I hope they hear that, Shawn, and I hope they listen to you. But in the meantime, here's a dedication to Steph and Adam. You Did Me Wrong, I Kid You Not, by the one and only Jordan Bakorkin.
Green Chef was pretty good. Right, Alden?
That was delicious.